Shalom, shalom, Israel. This your brother Anai Yaakov. Matthew 10:28. Fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy the soul and body in hell. Now, I read that all to you because that very scripture has a lot to do with the dream that I was awakened from this morning. And it has a lot to do with the nature of things to come. And I know y'all look at this coronavirus and you see that it is heavy, a very heavy load to carry. And I know that it's devastating. But the coronavirus only reaches near you externally. And it doesn't really shake up the inner world within you. I mean, death is a normal thing. We all feel death and we all deal with, tragedies upon, tragedies whereby, a loved one dies and we're hurt within our spirits, within our souls on account of this death. But that is no hurt compared to the nature of the dream that I was awakened from. I had the dream overnight. I woke up from it. I prayed. And as I was praying, before I could finish, I fell right back to sleep and had the same dream again, reminding me of the anguish within my soul, of the nature of that dream. And I had to wake up from that dream to realize that that never happened. Had to wake up from it and come back to the reality that I've maintained my life and I haven't gotten to that depth of, of anguish within my soul. And so such a vision, it doesn't pertain to me. And since that vision doesn't pertain to me, I'll tell it to you all. And it may pertain to you all. And I'll interpret it with regards to you all. Okay? So the dream, it's a scattered dream. So I'm gonna tell it in scattered forms, just basically telling you the things that I saw in the dream. In the dream, I saw two women. Both of them were in a sense twins. No one different from the other. One was married, one was not. Now, in the dream, the one that was available, the one that I could get to, the one that in a sense I could manipulate, the one that could easily receive me and I could get what I wanted from her, was the married woman. And so in this is all beforehand, this married woman, everything felt normal. Everything felt okay. Everything was like whatever. It doesn't even matter. Her husband would get up in the morning and go to work. And then when he would go to work, I would show up at the house. Don't know how I got there, but I would, in a sense, show up at the house knowing that I waited until he had to leave to do so. And so I would show up at the house and I would talk to his wife. I would coerce his wife. I would soothe his wife. Whatever he didn't do for his wife, I did for his wife. You know, and I would sit here and basically I got to the point to where with his wife, I ended up committing adultery. And the whole while, this feels like a normal thing. Like it doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't vex my soul. I don't get any warnings about it. There's nothing within my soul that's saying back away, this is a married woman, don't do this. It's almost like my soul was completely numb. My intellect, my insight, my warnings, foresight, foreknowledge, all of that was absolutely gone as I was doing what I was doing with regards to this man's wife. And then, after I had done the deed with this man's wife, I saw this man, and my soul began to speak with me when I saw this man, and I said, this is a good man. He goes to work, he works hard. What have you done? And then this is basically what my soul began to do to me. The inner voice within my members, it began to pose certain questions. And then it actually went and dug into scripture, and it said, haven't you not read, keep not house with a married woman? Do not even keep company. Do not be alone with a married woman. Haven't you read? How were you tripped up? And these are the questions that my soul began to vex me with. And then anguish within my soul grew. Asked me those two questions, showed me those two visions with regards to her being a married woman and him being a good man. And then demons started to rile me up and begin to vex me with regards to my soul as to how I could possibly hide this from this man so he could never find out. You know, how could I, stay in the shadows and keep this under wraps where this man will never find out? And I would try my best within my soul to I would feel the fear of, it's not just him who will find out, but it's the Father, the Most High, who knows. And then I began to try to wash it off me, the stain of this, this unreversible sin. How about that? Because I can't reverse it, even if I speak it and tell this man, say to this woman that I shouldn't be keeping a house with you and things like that. There's nothing I could do to turn back what I had already done. And so anguish grew within my soul. And then somehow the vision goes back to me staying on the 7th floor. I absolutely know exactly which number of the floor that I was staying. It was on the 7th floor. Okay? There were floors that I needed to wash, and it all switched to some type of crazy thing, but still that anguish of having committed adultery with another man's wife vexed my soul. And as my soul vexed, the chaos in the world around me also vexed. I was in elevators that were dangling off of cords, elevated high in the sky, and then chaos. I saw people doing chaotic things like old people, old person who was blind, and this is the absolute craziest thing I saw in the dream. An old person that was blind was getting on the same elevator as me, and then all of a sudden decided that she wanted to get off the elevator and got stuck between the doors, and the door actually, literally the elevator lifted up and took her leg off. And the people that were also other people in the elevator who thought it was normal, who didn't even care about what they saw. And I'm like, how are y'all? This is absolutely crazy what I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing absolute, it's like it's a chaotic moment, but people are not responding like it's chaotic. And these people literally took the lady leg and ran down the street in the dream with the lady leg in her hand. Blood gushing out everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? And it dealt with a bunch of dreams about what the hell is wrong with these people. And there was great fear in the dream and great anguish in the dream. And there was absolutely no way to stop this from happening. And for some reason, my soul, my subconsciousness felt as if this dream was real. And I had to wake up to realize that I don't have that spot or blemish within my soul. And that's literally what my intent was. When I woke up, I'm like, Lord, please don't let me have this spot and blemish, so that when I look back at my past, I can't see that I've done this to some man's wife. And it was almost like I'm hoping and begging that this is not the reality, with all of this chaos that's around me and these people not caring and these people, doing all types of crazy things. I did my best to wake myself up out of that dream. And I didn't wake up with the, normally when I wake up from dreams that tend to frighten me, I would wake up and my heart would be beating fast. But I've been regulating my spirit and my soul for such a long time that I don't wake up like that no more. I just wake up and I'm really still calm even as I wake up, and I'm like, what was the manner of this dream? And so I get up and and it's my hour of prayer. So that's why I prayed, and I'm awake praying while I'm praying, but I fall asleep again, and then again the anguish of questioning whether this is truly a spot within my soul, in a blemish before the presence of God. Because there was also something that was happening in the dream, that when I saw them take the lady leg and run down the street, and I remember their anguish within me and the spot and the blemish I could not remove from having done something that cannot be reversed, words came out of my mouth that said, great are the times to come, for the Lord has revealed himself, and all men know, for the kingdom of heaven is revealed, and all men know. And that's basically what it is in the dream. And those are the words that I said. It basically, all men now know. And that's what the essence of the words that I spoke in the dream was. And how fearful it is. Now, off with the dream and into the words I have for y'all. Your spirit's asleep because of the manner of work that you all have done in the world, making yourself worldly and numb to the voice of the Lord within you. And so a lot of y'all have done irreversible sins. You've committed adultery. You've killed. You've taken to a degree where you cannot return. And you've done great harm in the earth. I'm talking about incest and bestiality and pedophilia and homosexuality and false teaching and false preaching and all of these things you all have done where you've deceived many souls and cannot turn that around, even if you wanted to. And I say this, one great woe has passed, or is now passing, and is yet still upon us. And passing meaning that the completion of it touching every single facet of the world, and the world having dealt with it for a time. This woe is now past, past meaning complete. And now, it seems that a greater woe, and how could you get greater than pestilence, plagues, and death? But that woe reaches the pit of the stomach, the anguish, the soul, the place where all of the emotions and thoughts and ideas are regulated in chemically. You understand what I'm saying? For fearful is the one who's coming, that yeah, he's dealt with the body, and now he's about to deal with the soul. And all of you who have been marked with the irreversible deed, where the souls upon whom you have done the deed still remain in anguish, or still remain vexed, or still remain hurt within their soul, with the wound that only the Father can heal. For him to heal that wound means that he must turn it on you. And so all of you who are out there with all these sins upon your head, get ready. Those of you who have destroyed lives, get ready. Those of you who have lost limbs, those of you who are in places whereby you have hurt many multitudes, you pastors, you preachers, you teachers, you leaders, you governors, you all who are even common people, destroying houses and homes, whether happy or sad. You're destroying homes, period. Stepping in boundaries that you don't belong. Doing things that are irreversible, right? Get ready. For the very soul of you is about to be vexed beyond measure. In the ignorance upon which you've enjoyed, the mindlessness upon which you've contemplated, the darkness in which you live is now about to be your resting place. For great is the anguish that reached to the pit and the depths of the soul. You understand what I'm saying? Words will be told to you that will vex you day and night. No more rest for you. Yeah, you've rested long enough, but no more rest for you. For the glass, the substance that you've built for yourself, is now getting ready to be manifested to you. You all have no idea the magnitude upon which the fear that I speak to you is. Yeah, we all know that a thing done to the body is not worse than a thing done to the soul. And great is the woe to come, for it is about to vex the very soul. It is about to become hell for all of you who have not turned to the Most High, who live in your sins, and have destroyed many houses, many homes, many people, many places. You are about to get in substance. I shall say in for substance, because your substance is going to be greater in hell. See, you're about to live in hell, die again, and then go to hell. Die and then go to hell again. That's what's about to happen to you. You should be fearful, you sinners, because the Most High is about to reveal himself. He's about to show himself strong in the earth. You will see his right hand stretched out from the east all the way to the west. And then men will know. For the Father is about to move for his name's sake. Yea, if you don't feel like he has done it, if you don't feel like he hasn't done it already. But he's about to move and convince you deep within your soul that he is. And that's just simply the nature of this video. What a crazy dream to have and to wake up from. And I fear that if I don't tell it, I'll have that same dream every night. I've never touched another man's wife. Never want to have that spot, that blemish within my soul. I've never killed anyone. Never want to touch nor have that vision within my soul. I never hurt anyone. I've been hurt. Man has touched my wife. Yeah, I'm still alive though. But I've received hurt, but never dished it out. Never want to, and never am I going to. So that I may remain spotless and blemished before the presence of the Father to the best of my ability. Yea, but some of you have reached depths that I could never have within my soul. You have gone so far in your evil deeds, and you know not the magnitude of the depths in which you've tread in this shadow land in which we live. You know not the depths upon which you've gone. That's about to be revealed to you. That's about to be revealed to you. If that ain't scary, it's not scary, because how could you be afraid of fire when you've never put your hand in it to see how hot it is? Yea, fire would look beautiful to you if you know not its properties. Properties meaning its characteristics, what it does, things like that. If you know not the nature and the depths of the fire that will blaze within your soul, of the anguish that will disintegrate you, then you have nothing to fear, right? Because you know not the fear, and you think your ignorance of that fear will keep you from feeling it. No. Your ignorance of the strength and the power and the magnitude of being vexed within your soul, your ignorance of that is not going to keep you from feeling it. In fact, your ignorance of it is going to magnify it and make you feel it all the more. So get ready. This coronavirus ain't done nothing for you. I'm still hearing governors talk about that. You know, even when the father slightly started to lift his hand in New York, the governor of New York, the father slightly started lifting his hand. The governor of New York spoke publicly on a public platform and did not give credit to the father, the one who deserves all the glory. He gave credit to selfish man. And so these are your leaders. Donald Trump, who takes credit the whole time when the economy is doing good and the economy is doing bad. These are your leaders, your selfish leaders that want to take credit for everything that they're doing. And no leader is standing up on his or her platform giving glory and honor to God. Every single one of them are giving honor and glory to them, to their selfish selves. And so you all will be vexed within your soul. You see, the Father might have just been testing you all to slightly lift his hand or to slightly bring down his hand of mercy in New York. And you all trampled on that instantly. 2 seconds. You trampled on that in 2 seconds and didn't glorify his name. And so you're not ready. You're not ready. For this hammer must come down even harder. Your souls must be vexed. And so shall the Father receive glory. But even in the vexation of your soul, I feel, and this is me talking, that it still won't take effect instantly. Yea, or even at that degree. Because your souls your souls will have to be vexed. And then you will have to see another whose soul is not vexed, or in fact blessed and shining and glorified in the Father. So you can't just, because misery loves company. As long as you all see that that everyone else is falling just like you remain foolish, right? But when you all see that you all are falling and others are not, when that distance is made clear to you all, that's when you all will find out. That's when you all will realize, wait a second, what are they doing that I'm not? And then you're going to start questioning and thinking and turning the finger on yourself and saying, I'm getting what I deserve. And you're going to realize that why is this happening to me? The right questions are going to start happening when you look to your left and see, when you see that you stand on the left where hell is, and that there are others that stand on the right where heaven is. When there are those that are vexed within their souls and those that are blessed within their souls. When you all start to see that difference, that's when it's really going to hit you. And that's when every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess, when they start to realize that there is clearly a difference between righteousness and wickedness, life and death. You see, you all can't see it right now in this mushed up world. But oh, the properties of life and death are separating right before our very eyes. Of blessing and cursing separating before our very eyes. Right and wrong, all of these things are separating right before our very eyes. So, hear you me. When that time comes and y'all can look at the opposite of you, the righteous can see the opposite of themselves, and the wicked can see the opposite of themselves. When that becomes evident, the righteous will rejoice all the more that their names are written in the book of life? Superior Yahweh? Who puts to death? And Superior Yahweh, who gives life. These two twins of yours, you all will see, and you all will know. Thus said the Lord, that He is real. Peace, blessings, shalom.